Of course, we know what's happening to our federalism. Everyone has said this, I will be brief on that the various states in the northeast, as well as for that matter Himachal, have very similar restrictions under Article 371. If all it takes is for this government to declare President's rule and use their majority in this parliament to make decisions for the legislatures of those states, are any of them safe? What has happened to our nation's respect for federalism, for minority rights? Can any Indian anywhere take his constitutional protections for granted? Sir, I need a few more minutes, sir. Just a couple more minutes. The international implications are very serious for our country. So with this action, we have thrown out 70 years of assurances to the international community and the UN. Pakistan has already taken the issue to the UN, sir, and is speaking to its foreign friends, and the UN has issued a statement calling for restraint. Is this not embarrassing for our nation? In the process, sir, we've also jeopardized, frankly, our claims to POK, because that rested on the question of the accession of the whole state. And thanks to this decision, the whole state no longer exists. Our diplomats posted in Muslim countries have been given an impossible job, because we know that Pakistan has already come knocking on the doors of these countries for support. Sir, the government is in a habit of portraying opposition to its initiatives as anti-national. So there is no need to teach the Congress Party about nationalism. We are the original party of nationalism, sir. So we have fought for values that were forged in the crucible of the freedom struggle, sir. And the fact is that the inclusiveness of India came from the inclusiveness of the freedom struggle, when Hindus, Muslims, Christians, Sikhs, Parsis, everyone came together, when Keralites and Kashmiris fought together for our freedom. Sir, this diversity has been an asset of ours. We must come together as a nation and stand up unitedly for these values that animated our freedom struggle. We are a great country, sir. We are a large-hearted country. Let us not be petty in dishonoring the carefully crafted arrangements that enshrine the state's accession to India. We used to be saying with pride that a Muslim-majority state is part of India despite partition. We have lost that, sir. We in the Congress Party stand in unequivocal solidarity with the people of Kashmir, with the Constitution of India, and with the spirit of Indian democracy, which is today in tatters. The people of Kashmir are looking to us to prove that they really matter to us and to this Parliament. Sir, I do want to say you had promised me some extra time, and the chairman who's sitting there, to respond to the historical inaccuracies that we heard from the other side. I do want to clarify one thing about that, sir, because already this forum, this Parliament is not being treated as a forum for discussion or as a source of advice that the government will hear. It is being treated as a notice board, as one paper called it, in which honestly you can just post the decisions you've taken. Let me just tell you, sir, please, you tell me when will Kashmiri parents be able to take their children to school? When will they be able to watch TV? When they will be able to go out and buy food? Then we'll talk. But let me come back, sir. Nehruji has been demonized here, and he has been criticized by very many speakers, particularly those from the ruling party. It's very interesting. You know what he said on the subject, sir? He said, in the Lok Sabha in August 1952, exactly 6-7 years ago, he said, we fought the good fight about Kashmir on the field of battle and in many a chancellery of the world and in the United Nations. But above all, we have fought this fight in the hearts and minds of men and women of that state of Jammu and Kashmir. Because ultimately, he says, I say this with all deference to this Parliament, the decision will be made in the hearts and minds of the men and women of Kashmir, neither in this Parliament, nor in the United Nations, nor by anybody else, sir. This is the advice we must all remember today. And, sir, to respond specifically to the question of 370, the BJP has made two allegations, that Nehruji came up with it on his own, and that Sardar Patel had nothing to do with it. Let me clarify the actual facts, sir. The President, sir, the Home Minister is right. I have to clarify. There is a misleading record in the House, sir. The Home Minister is actually correct in saying that the Cabinet collectively did not decide. What happened was, sir, on the 15th and 16th of October 1949, at Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel's home, negotiations. Let me finish, sir.
आप मुझे सुनिए ना, आप मुझे मिस कॉल कर रहे हैं।
I have to finish.
गृह मंत्री जी, एक मिनट सुनो भाई साहब, आप सुनो माननीय गृह मंत्री जी को। अध्यक्ष महोदय, ऐसा है, थरूर जी प्लीज सुनिए, थरूर जी प्लीज सुनिए, थरूर जी आप एक मिनट मुझे सुनिए ना, एक मिनट। मगर क्लैरिफिकेशन की जरूरत ही नहीं पड़ेगी। थरूर जी जो बात को, जिस बात में मुझे अरे सुनो तो भाई, जिस बात में वो मुझे कोट कर रहे हैं, इसमें मैंने सरदार पटेल के लिए नहीं कहा है, श्यामा प्रसाद मुखर्जी के लिए कहा है। श्यामा प्रसाद मुखर्जी के लिए कहा है, वो मुझे गलत कोट कर रहे हैं। मसूदी साहब ने जब कहा कि श्यामा प्रसाद मुखर्जी 370 लेकर आए, तब मैं खड़ा हुआ और मैंने स्पष्टीकरण करा है। शायद उस वक्त वो हाउस में नहीं थे, इसलिए उनको किसी ने चीट गलत पकड़ा दिया।
उस विषय पे ठीक है,
अब आप बोलिए।
आप उस विषय पे ठीक ही बोला, मैंने मान लिया, मैं था यहाँ, मैं सुना। लेकिन the larger issue, sir, the larger issue is, unfortunately we have missed this, that the claims that have been largely made in this house by your party has also been that Sardar Patel, if he had been here, we would not have this problem. It's all Nehru's individual fault. I have to clarify that, sir. Nehruji did not do anything on his own. There were 3 accessions, as been mentioned already, including by Dr. Jitendra Singh. There was Hyderabad, Junagadh, Kashmir. All 3 had to be treated by Nehruji and Sardar Patel together, without exception, sir. What is more, this question of a plebiscite, which somebody said is a bizarre thing that we have done. I'm sorry, the plebiscite was promised for all 3 places. It's there in the record, sir. And the problem with misrepresenting history is, the problem...
I have
not finished, sir. Please, let me clarify.
सभी राजनीतिक दल हैं, आपका अकेले का दल नहीं है। यहाँ पर और भी छोटे छोटे कई राजनीतिक दल हैं। माननीय सदस्य, ऐसा नहीं है कि कांग्रेस एक दल हो अकेली, सबको मौका देंगे। हाँ, कंक्लूड करो आप। 9 ऐसे नहीं माननीय सदस्य सब खड़े हो जाओगे। 9 तरीका, बैठिए।
अध्यक्ष महोदय, अध्यक्ष महोदय, अध्यक्ष महोदय, अध्यक्ष महोदय, अध्यक्ष महोदय, अध्यक्ष महोदय, क्योंकि मेरा नाम, अरे माननीय सदस्य, मेरा नाम आप कर देना, माननीय गृह मंत्री जी को व्यवस्थित।
Sir, let me just finish. Sir, I have not given you the historical facts. 1 second. All I want to say is this. On the 15th and 16th of October 1949, meetings took place with Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, Jawaharlal Nehru and Sheikh Abdullah in the house of Sardar Patel. And Minister without portfolio who was looking after Kashmir, Shri N. Gopalaswamy Iyengar, took detailed notes. He sent a summary of the notes of these conclusions to Sardar Patel with the following covering note: will you kindly let Jawaharlal ji know direct as to your approval of it? He will issue the letter to Sheikh Abdullah only after receiving your approval. That approval came, sir, on the 17th of October 1949 from Sardar Patel, and only then was 370 brought into the Constitution of India on 17 October 1949. Sir, Itihas to the point is all these records have now been declassified. They're available, sir. So I just want to conclude with one last sentence. This, finally, sir, is an assault on the Constitution, on the inclusive idea of India. It's an assault on the spirit of cooperative federalism. It's an assault on our democratic practices and an assault on the individual liberties of each and every one of our citizens from the state of Jammu and Kashmir. And therefore, sir, it is an attack on our own country's democracy and values. So in the long-term interests of India, sir, and for Indian democracy, and as proud Indian nationalists, my party rejects this bill. I would also request the Home Minister, would he accept a request from my party to lead or to conduct or to organize an all-party